Hello everyone and welcome. It's Justin from ChartSmart Trading here. I wanted to take you through what it is that we do at ChartSmart Trading. There's a lot of fairly powerful software that we use and some very effective techniques, approaches and systems, but at the heart of it all is a very, very simple premise, and really all of our work is built around this premise. It's a simple truth, and that simple truth relates to price always coming back to its average. In this particular image you're looking at now, it's a 50-period exponential moving average. It's on the 15-minute gold chart, and you can see although gold is trending down in this image, it pushes away from that 50-period moving average and it comes back to it. It pushes away and it returns. It pushes away, it returns. And this type of behavior is common on every single chart that you might look at in the financial markets. Bonds, Forex, stocks, commodities. We'll see price move away from its average and we'll see price moving back to its average. Price will always return back to its average. If it doesn't, it's not its average. It's actually not a trading concept, it's a mathematical concept. So it's a simple truth that's at the very heart of everything we do. It's on any, as I say, any market, it's on any time frame, on any moving average type of calculation you'd like to look at, and it really just talks to this non-stop ebb and flow in the markets. However, and this is where things get very interesting, if it is true, surely we can analyze past behavior of an instrument or any market to see how long it normally stays away from any particular EMA. You could analyze the 20 EMA, the 50, the 200, the 600 EMA. If we have the software and the ability to analyze this, we can start to get very interesting information. We could then begin to identify when price was most likely to return to the average in a future point based on its behavior in the past. Of course, we can't predict the future, that's impossible, but we can start to get an idea of how price has behaved in the past in relation to this particular moving average and start to make some probable projections going forward. Okay, so let's take an example. If we take the last 10 years of data, 5-minute data on the euro-dollar chart, and that data we calculated showed that price has never stayed away from the 200-period moving average for longer than, say, 500 5-minute bars. So we go back 10 years, that's a fairly substantial amount of data, especially on a 5-minute chart. And we find out that the euro dollar has never managed to stay away from the 200 moving average for longer than 500 bars. Well, what happens if we look at the chart and we see that it's currently spent 400 bars away from that moving average, and it's currently 150 pips from the moving average? Well, if that is true, then statistically, mathematically, it's highly probable that price is going to return back to that average in the next 100 bars. It's never stayed away longer in the last 10 years unless there's a compelling reason. Now, the probability, not the guarantee, the probability is it's going to come back to that average in the next 100 bars or so. We also know that it's 150 pips away from that moving average, and therefore we would have a chance at banking a large part of that if we were to take that trade at that moment in time. Okay, so the principle is pretty simple. Price always returns to its moving average. And if we can understand what the past behavior has shown and how likely price is going to be returning back in the current market, we can start to make very informed and very high probability trades based on these statistics. How do we find the statistics? Because obviously they're not readily available. Well, what we do is we scan. The good news is, and I'm not going to go into this in too much detail, we have extremely simple and extremely powerful software. It scans the market, it scans any market, any moving average, any time frame. And what it does is it tells us all the information that we need to know based on historical data relative to the current price action. And it then tells us when we have a trade on our hands and what the probability of success of that trade is based on past performance. This is extremely powerful because this data is generated on a unique level. So every single pair, every single market the software analyzes has bespoke, specific information relating to that specific moving average, that specific time frame, and that specific market. This is not a one-size-fits-all. The software crunches data over hundreds of thousands of bars of data to give us very specific information, very specific, and the really exciting thing is that it can actually give us probability data. So based on past performance, we have X% probability of this trade closing in a profitable position taken from this current position. The amazing thing is that this is fully automated. Trade alerts get sent to your smartphone, email, or on screen. But here's the real thing, it's in real time. You're not looking at data from yesterday's close. You're not looking at data from a report a week ago. This data is being calculated in real time, streaming data. So if you're looking at your charts at 10:15 on a Monday morning, this data is being updated second by second, calculated in real time, and you're getting live probability data, live trade setups on when price is likely to return to the moving average being analyzed on all of those markets. This means you no longer have to sit staring at the screen all day. This scanner constantly scans 24 hours a day and finds these high probability, mathematically based trade setups on your behalf. What does it look like? Well, this is an example of an alert that comes through on the smartphone. And you can see it's going to tell you which market has been set up, on which exponential moving average, on which time frame, the trade probability of success calculation, the profit potential in terms of pips available, and it's all in real-time streaming data. You can see here's an alert coming through in the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. It's the 1,000 period moving average. It's the 30-minute chart. We're getting our probability of success percentages coming through here, as well as the number of pips on offer. But you can see the time. This is coming through at 9:33 a.m. and we're getting a New Zealand dollar CAD on a different setup coming through only 2 minutes later. This is live data, streaming data, and it's coming through to your phone. You don't have to sit staring at the charts all day. Any market, any time frame. And the ebb and flow that we are seeing here is daily. Price never stops behaving like this. It's like the tide coming in and out at the beach. Price moves away from that EMA and it always comes back, and we now have the tools to statistically calculate when that is most likely to happen. If you guys want some more information on this, the scanner subscription every month is $79, but you can trial it for 30 days for just $7. Now, the reason we do this is because we want you to see this in action before you spend any money. And you decide it's not for you. $7 is you're going to get a lot more value than what you're paying for. You're going to get the full scanner for 30 days. You're going to get all of the live trade alerts. The scanner is just the beginning. We have 2 trading systems that are built around this data. They are systematic systems that allow you to take the data and effectively transfer it to the chart and trade these reversion to mean setups extremely effectively. In addition, you're going to get all the templates, all the indicators. You're also going to get a free Skype call with our team to go through the software, make sure that it's working, and answer all your questions. You're also going to get ongoing support via mail, Skype, and WhatsApp. For more information, please contact us on the website. It's chartsmart.co.za. You can follow up with the scanner or the shop, but all the links are on the site. The results are posted here below of the last 220 odd trades. That's basically to the end of Q3 2018. All of this is on the website. It's on our Twitter feeds, the YouTube channel. It's on the LinkedIn profiles. Guys, it's extremely exciting. It's extremely powerful. It's a simple concept. Simple concepts work in trading, and we have powerful software which takes a very simple concept and gives us extremely powerful information as to how to make money from this. We're excited. I hope that you are as well. We look forward to seeing you in the trial and explaining this to you in a lot more detail. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for your time. See you soon.